everybody, and welcome back to the MindCatcher's channel. Today in this video I will be doing my long-awaited top 5 foundations of the complete year. You guys who've been rolling with me this year know that I have reviewed a lot of foundations. I have a whole foundation playlist, so if you're interested in my dark skin tone, reviewing some different foundations, drugstore, high-end, medium, low-end, check it out. I'm gonna leave the playlist down below, okay? All right, so we're gonna start off with my 5th place foundation. And in place number 5, we have CoverGirl Queen Collection All Day Flawless 3-in-1. And I did mention this in my top CoverGirl foundations. I absolutely love this foundation. I did reach for this more than I thought I would. It does come in a pump. I have mine in True Ebony, but I can go with Soft Sable and True Ebony in CoverGirl. Both of those shades work well with my skin, I think. And I really like this. It's like you put it on, you don't need powder. You really don't even need a primer. For me, with you know, combination oily skin, that's saying a lot. I really didn't need a primer. I did put one just in my T-zone area, right around my nose and my chin, places that got extra oily, but other than that I really didn't need it. It does look flawless. It looks like you have powder already on. When it sets and it does not move. And it's a beautiful looking foundation. It really is. So if you are interested, I will, like I said, leave the playlist down below. And that again is the CoverGirl All Day Flawless 3-in-1 foundation. It's a beautiful foundation. The next foundation is the DERMABLEND Flawless Creator. And this is what it looks like right here. It comes with a dropper. Okay. And I like this because it gave you the ability, the way they created the system was you could mix foundations, you could create different consistencies in foundation. If you wanted more of a thin look, they had different serums and things that you can drip into your foundation to create like a BB cream or CC cream or tinted moisturizer. So I really like the whole concept behind their foundation and how they you know, presented it. I used it just the way it is in the bottle. This is shade, what does that say, 85N or 85 Neutral. Really, really like it. They had a decent shade range. They could extend it a little more in both directions, but it was a pretty decent shade range. It did give me a flawless look, and it was a pretty decent match for me. So right out of the gate, if the foundation is a good match for me with my two-tone face, you guys who follow me for a while know, you know, I have a lot of discoloration towards the bottom of my face. My neck is darker than my face. I usually try to match my face and my chest, if you will. That's what I do. And to me, this was a nice little medium. It was a nice shade, and it looked beautiful on my skin tone. So I can't say anything bad about it. It was beautiful. I did reach for it more than I thought I would, and I liked it. So this did make it in my top 5 for the entire year. All right, in 3rd place, this is very, very hard for me. It's very hard to pick 3rd place because I feel like both of these should be 2nd place. But I'm going to have to say in 3rd place, I'm going to put the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. This is in shade 368 Deep Golden. Yes, Deep Golden. And it's for normal to oily skin. And let me see, it's not a pump. I hardly have any left. That gives you an indication of how much I used it. I actually looked for this a lot this year. I really, really, really like this formula. This is the Matte and Poreless. It makes your pores just disappear. You look so flawless, well done, nice and matte. With the right primer, you could go all day. I really like this foundation, and it was a very good match for me as well. You will see in the actual video when I reviewed this, I was very happy with the color. It was between this and the Superstay foundation for a long time. I was between the two. I even mixed the two because I love the consistency of this and how it made my pores and how it controlled my oil. And I love the coverage of the Superstay. So it was kind of a tie between the two for a minute, but this pretty much won me over, and I still reach for this a whole lot, and it's almost gone. So if you have not checked out the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, please do. You will thank me. It's a very good foundation and affordable. In my second spot, I have the CoverGirl TRUBLEND Matte Made Foundation. You guys remember this when CoverGirl came out with all of those shades, beautiful shades. I donated all of my lighter shades to a great cause. And I held on to my shade. I held on actually to D70 and D80 because both of them I could use. I feel a little bit more comfortable with D80. And that's what it looks like. This is Soft Sable. And it is a beautiful finish foundation. I absolutely love this. This was a hard decision between first and second place, but it ultimately came down to the, not just the coverage, because the CoverGirl Matte Made is excellent coverage, but it came down to which foundation could keep me oil free for the longest amount of time. So I put on the CoverGirl TRUBLEND, and I would say it gave me about 4 good hours of oil free foundation. And then I would have to, you know, tap my face a little bit with tissue. It wasn't ridiculous. It was just a little bit of shininess around my T-zone area. But I could deal with that. I mean, when you've gone so long as an oily person with foundations that just did not work for you, when you finally find something that you can work with for 4 to 5 hours, you're just like, yes, thank you. Okay, so I was just so happy about this and the Fit Me. They both gave me pretty good oil control for a while. But the deal breaker between second place and first place was the fact that I live in Miami, Florida. It is hot here just about year round. We barely have any cool or cold days. So that's basically the ultimate test. You're in this humidity all the time. So all of my ladies who contact me through YouTube, and you're just like, oh, well, how does it fare outside? And I live in a hot climate. I live in a tropical climate. I'm in the islands or whatever. Florida is just like an island. It's the same temperature. I've been in the Bahamas and other places. Trust me, it's just about the same. We're always in the 80s and 90s here. So I know the struggle. The #1 foundation for me has been the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop. And you guys know I just did the video not too long ago. I've had a chance to try this out in all types of weather. Okay, rainy weather when it was overcast outside. Super hot when it was humid and sunny and you're sweating and everything. It's like the beads of sweat would show up on my face, on my nose, but it would not cause this foundation to run. I didn't have like this melting pot on my face. It did everything that I think a lot of you guys were saying that the Estee Double Wear would do. This did it. This did it for me. And I could never find a shade that works with me in the Double Wear. So a lot of you guys were telling me, oh, you just picked the wrong shade. I can't find the right one. I've been in the store. I've tried on lots of stuff. Did not work for me. I did like the control of the oil with that. And I believe I'm getting the same control with the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop. This, I have it in the shade Cocoa. It works. Guys, if you are oily, this is your saving grace. I'm letting you know right now. I don't have on really a tough primer. The first time I tried this on, remember I tried it on with the Becca Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. This was too much. It felt like my skin was getting sucked. It was just too much matteness going on. So I substituted this. Someone with dry skin actually came on and gave a little message to my ladies with dry skin, because I said I couldn't speak for dry skinned people, but I know if it's doing this to my skin and I'm oily, I could just imagine how miserable someone with dry skin would feel. But she was explaining how she preps her skin and she moisturizes her skin before she puts this on. And it's a beautiful foundation for her as well. So drier skin people, I want you to check out the comment. I'm going to leave it here in the video. And if you do what she says that it works out for her. So let me know what you think. If you are drier skin and you've already tried this, leave down in the comments what you think about it. But for an oily girl like myself, combination skin, it works. I put on my Lubriderm lotion. I usually wear this under makeup. I went through several lotions before, but this one I'm sticking with a little longer. For the past couple of months, I've been using this. I put that on. Then I put on a little bit of a primer, something that's kind of smooth. What was I using? The COVERGIRL Pore Minimizing primer. That's what it looks like right here. It's not the strongest of primers. It's very smoothing, very soothing. I really like it. It feels just like lotion. I put this on. I allow it to sit on my face for a few seconds, and then I apply my foundation. Today was the first time I used this foundation with a blender, and it worked out beautifully. I usually use my Sigma flat kabuki brush with it. This is the F80. It works out beautifully. No complaints with either one. I do not have on any powder. I did not have to set it. Once it dries down, that's it. It does not move. I'm in love. I'm in love. I reach for this every day. Anytime I'm going out, when I went trick-or-treating with the kids in the mall, this is what I had on. I got compliments in the mall for my makeup. I have no complaints. It's a beautiful match for me. NYX really did a great job with this foundation. If you can find your match, get this foundation. I was not really happy with the price point because I felt like if it's a drugstore foundation, it should be between, you guys know the norm, maybe between $7 to $11, something like that. I believe this was $15, and I was like, you know, giving NYX the side eye. But I would gladly pay the $15 again for this foundation. When it works, it works. And I would rather pay the $15 for something that works than $40, $50, $60 for something that kind of works, or I have to mix different things together to get it to work. So I am very happy. You guys leave in the comment what is your top 5 or top foundation, or your favorite foundation for that matter. But these are my top 5. I'm very, very happy. You guys know I reviewed a lot, but I had to narrow it down. These are my top 5. This is my numero uno. Will not be without it unless someone comes up with something just phenomenal next year. This is going to be it for me. Sometimes these videos work out for us. Sometimes they do help us find what we need. And I'm so happy that I'm able to share this type of information with you guys, make these type of videos for you guys. I'm not saying what works for me will work for everybody, but at least you have an idea and you can go from what I said, and perhaps it'll help you out a bit. That's my prayer. And I will talk to you guys in another video. Cyber kisses. Bye.